Social Zoom Factor episode 242.
Driving results in business these days takes something special. It's a combination of the right info and the right energy. Pam Moore has both and is here to help you avoid the pitfalls and guide your business and life by leveraging and integrating social media, powerful branding, and digital marketing. Welcome to Social Zoom Factor. Now it's time to live life zoomed.
Are you a small business owner, entrepreneur, or work on a corporate team and tired of wasting money on social media training courses that are nothing more than random videos thrown up on a wall like webinar spaghetti? Finally, there's a solution to get you on the fast track to social media business success and help you learn how to generate brand awareness, leads, and sales without breaking the bank. Visit socialprofitfactor.com and use coupon code ZOOM. Again, that's socialprofitfactor.com. Coupon code ZOOM. Are you ready to make your dream of owning and launching a business a reality? Our partner HostGator has everything you need to make that dream come to life online. Zoom your business turbo by visiting socialzoomfactor.com/Zoom and save 50% on your hosting package. Again, that's socialzoomfactor.com/Zoom and save 50% now. Hey there, Zoomers, and welcome to Social Zoom Factor. This is your host, Pam Moore. Today, we have some more exciting news. We have launched our 2018 content marketing editorial calendar. Now, I know many of you have been asking about this. It's actually been available, but we just hadn't posted the podcast or the blog post about it yet. So, first thing you need to do for this podcast today is make sure that you go download that 2018 calendar. Simply go to socialzoomfactor.com/calendar, and that will give you a 12-month content marketing editorial calendar template that you can use to organize all of your content. Now, I want to tell you what we are going to cover in today's podcast. So, this podcast is designed to help you quickly understand what's happening in the world of content marketing and how is content marketing fitting in to everything else that's happening in the digital and social world. So what I'm going to do is break the podcast down into two sections. So the first half, I'm going to cover trends. We're going to talk about statistics and what's happening, what did last year look like, and what are we going to see in 2018? What are the trends and the predictions and the things that I believe that you need to care about and that you should be focusing on in the world of content to drive business success for your business. And then in this second half, I'm going to go straight into a tutorial on how to use our content marketing calendar. Now, let me tell you, the reason you need to make sure you stay till the end is you need to be using a content calendar. Why? Let me give you a few reasons. Number one, it helps you focus on the needs of your customer, okay? If you don't plan your content, I guarantee you're not going to be focusing on the needs of your customer in an efficient and effective and relevant way as you could be, all right? It's going to help you inspire and connect with, as well as activate your customer and your audience, okay? So your target ideal customers and your audiences that you already have. It's also going to help you get out of your box and your rut that you may be stuck in. So you're going to be able to help yourself think further than just today or tomorrow, right? I want you to plan your content, plan your work, and work your plan. It's going to help you integrate and better leverage content for a higher ROI on everything you're doing. And when you are better integrating, then that's going to help you increase that value of all of your content for your audience, okay? It's also going to help you make sure that you're leveraging different forms of content and video and visual and audio and text, because a lot of times you think, well, I'm doing a lot of variety, but actually when you get it on paper, you see you've done 99.9% text and only a couple videos, or maybe you're doing all video. So you need to get it on virtual paper so you can plan it out and see what you're doing, see what's working, see what's not. It's also going to help you create once and use many, because the more that you organize your content, the more that you're going to be able to create a piece of content one time and then use it multiple ways. And if you follow this podcast or you follow my blog, you likely know that I really teach and preach evergreen content, where I want you to be, in pinnacle type of content, where I want you to be creating one piece that's really able to be broken down into multiple pieces of content that you can leverage over weeks, months, and years. It's also going to help you fuel innovation for your business and lead generation by being more creative and focusing on the needs of your audience. And most importantly, it's going to help you create and build tribes of loyal brand evangelists, because they're just going to be so excited about your content that they simply, can't keep their mouth shut about it, and they're going to want to talk to you about it and all of their friends. And that is going to be nothing but goodness to you and your business. So let's dive in now. And let's talk about what's happening in the world of content marketing. And I want you to know that you can trust what you're hearing from me today. Okay, so our agency, Marketing Nuts, we work with brands of all sizes, from small funded startups all the way up to, large franchise organizations and Fortune 10 brands. So I spent 15 years working in corporate marketing, branding, and product management. And then I started my agency. It was late 2009, early 2010. So I'm a veteran of content marketing from both the corporate world as well as an entrepreneurial world, in helping as an agency and a consultant and training services to all different types of businesses, small and large. We do have an online training academy, which is Social Profit Factor. And that is where we help businesses of all sizes and all budgets get their arms around what is social media, what is social marketing, what is content marketing, help you develop your strategies and your plans. So if you have not checked that out, I highly encourage you to do so. And I want as a goal to, every time that you're here listening to me, I want to make sure you are taking this content you're learning and that you are taking action on it. I want you to learn to optimize your platform, optimize your content. Okay. And this podcast today is going to help you do that. So what's been happening, the last few years, 2016, 2017, brands were really forced to begin investing further in organizing and optimizing their content. So really, many marketers, smart and savvy marketers that have been in the marketing business or career, for a long time, they know about organizing content. I mean, we were organizing content 20 years ago before content marketing was ever a social media buzzword. But a lot of people weren't, right? So there's been a lot of people that have come up into the ranks of marketing through social, and they don't have that experience. They don't have corporate marketing experience, but yet because they're running social media or a Facebook page, all of a sudden they're in charge of content. So there are a lot of marketers who have found themselves a little bit over their head. And if that's you, don't freak out. You just need to get the resources to educate yourself. Find the mentors, find an agency that can consult with you, tap into our training academy. But what's happening is now brands are learning that they have got to invest in organizing their content. And this includes software investment, investment in metrics and measurement tools, publishing, visual marketing, and the list goes on. So we are going to see in 2018, I think it's going to get even more organized. Brands are going to be forced to take that to the next level. 2016, 2017 was just the beginning. 2017, we also saw another big increase in visual marketing as well as video marketing. Definitely took a center stage, and we are definitely going to see that trend continue all the way through 2018 and beyond. Now, let's talk about 2018. Did you know that today 90% of data in the world was created in the last 2 years? And did you know that our current output of data is 2.5 quintillion bytes a day? Okay, that is a lot of data. Now I want to share with you some quick statistics that come from a recent study and survey that Cision and PR Week did. And this was a survey conducted with PR, communications, and brand marketing professionals, okay? First stat is the top social networks for relevancy and importance to brand content strategy is, drumroll please, Facebook's number one. Surprise, surprise. We're not surprised there, right? Facebook's number one. Twitter is number two. Instagram is number three. LinkedIn is number four. YouTube is number five, followed by WeChat and then Weibo. Okay, so any surprises there for you? For me, I'm not really surprised, and it's pretty much how I expected the list to be. I'm a little surprised that Instagram was not above Twitter. But if you were to see the study, you would see why. And this is really looking at a global view of this. In this same study, we found that 66% of people placed content creation among their three most important communications and marketing activities. 32% said it was the number one most important activity. Now let's talk about the actual impact on business, and are brand marketers able to measure the impact of content on their business? This is where it gets a little sad, okay? 55% don't know if their content is having any digital or real world behavior being driven from their branded content. Doesn't that breaks my heart. Being a marketing geek, there's just no reason for that. This means marketers are not doing their jobs. I hate to give you the tough love, people, but you got to figure these things out. Quit throwing social spaghetti at the wall. 75% feel that the communications industry can do better at measuring and proving impact on business objectives. Yes, I agree. 58% do not have a good sense of what people do after they consume their brand's content. 22% feel communications does not do a good job of this at all. All right, true and sad. Biggest challenges faced, 65% have placed tightening budgets among their top three most difficult challenges. Yes, we are seeing that across the board, regardless of the size of company we're working with. They are having a tough time getting budgets approved for content and for social and for team and, everything they need to make their program successful. Let's talk about a few of my predictions now. Okay, number one, the importance of content quality and relevance is going to continue to soar in 2018. Partly this is also coming from a pay-to-play world, okay? The organic reach is going away. Brands are having to pay. They're not able to just throw content spaghetti at the wall, and Facebook is going to show it to people organically. It's not happening. And so when you have such a limited opportunity and chance to even get your content seen, like in a Facebook news feed for free, or you're having to pay to get that content seen, that is a natural up level, right, of the quality of that content. And so it's going to drive brands to create higher quality content, which means all of us, every brand of any size, must focus on creating interesting content that people actually care about and want to listen to watch, to engage with, right? It's time that you stop talking about yourself, about your brand, about your products, about your service, and you focus on becoming more helpful, more relevant, so that you can stand out from the crowd. And you need to know everybody's going to be doing that. So you're going to need to up-level that quality content. Less is truly more. Your efforts will fall flat on their face, okay? And you will fail if you do not focus on content that your audience needs and wants. I guarantee it. And I think a lot of brands are going to be taken off guard this year, big and small, because they do not focus on quality. And it's simply too noisy out there on the social web. There's too much content. Brands such as Apple, they committed to spending $1 billion on original content for its streaming platform. We also have PepsiCo, who has even opened up a brand new content creation studio that's in downtown New York City with the goal of generating revenue and creating a vehicle for advertising their own products. I mean, that's how crazy it's getting out there to get your content seen. We're seeing brands investing in their own channels. Second prediction is integrated content is going to take a center stage now and for the long term. And I know the last few years, there's been a lot of brands that have been able to ignore integrated marketing and, do some stunt marketing and have some short-term success. I don't think brands are going to get away with that much longer, right? You can no longer fake it until you make it. You're going to have to step up. Either you have a strategy or you don't. Number 3, increased investment in content that has a shorter shelf life. So this would be things like Facebook stories, Instagram stories, content that disappears, right? Snapchat. Now, I don't think there's going to be a huge boost in Snapchat unless your brand is targeting that audience. It tends to be a younger demographic. If you're working in the world of B2B and you're targeting a C-level executive, working professionals, Snapchat's not going to be the platform you're going to want to be hanging out. You're going to need to make sure whatever platforms you're investing in, that your audience is obviously there. And anyone who follows me, I teach and preach this all the time. 4, increased investment in talent. So because things are moving to a pay-to-play world, because things are having to be more integrated, we are going to see continued investment in not only strong social and digital strategies, but also an increased investment in content strategies and tactics. Okay. I think we are going to see brands have to step up and get help and get help from outside agencies and consultants. I think we're already seeing it in our business. We have for a long time. There's a ton of opportunity around content marketing and helping brands understand who their audience is and how do they align to business goals. How do they create content that's aligned to their audience segments and buyer personas, that type of thing. Brands are going to have to learn these things or relearn these things again. They're going to have to, get out the old things that they used to do from a traditional marketing kind of 101 perspective. Integrated marketing is not new, right? We're going to have to open up that virtual book again and say, I need to get integrated. Smart marketers, you've already been doing it. I'm not saying you're dumb if you haven't, but the super smart marketers, you've already been doing integrated marketing. So those of you who have already been doing integrated marketing, who are already focused on quality, you are going to have an immediate, leap ahead of your competition. Because also the content formats are changing, which also means that the roles are changing. Cross-posting the same content on every channel does not work. And you're going to stick out like a sore thumb if you do that in 2018. So because of all of these things, brands are going to need to make sure that they have the right people in the right seats, right? And that your team understands integrated marketing and you have somebody that can pull the pieces together. You're going to need somebody that understands strategy, somebody that understands audience marketing, somebody that understands social, the different mediums and the content for video and audio and visual, text, long and short form, as well as measurement. And that's just, naming a few. I mean, it's going to get serious this year with developing content and aligning it to your goals and having the right content for the right platform. It's going to be different than it's been in any of the past, 4 or 5 years. That is really going to be up leveled. And then, the fifth one I have time to talk about here today is mobile is not going away, right? It is going to continue to grow. And if you haven't already adopted a mobile mindset, 2018 is the year that's going to separate the winners from the losers in this space. You cannot ignore it anymore. And we have a ton of customers and students who are currently rebuilding, reworking their websites, their blogs, their order forms, and more so that they can better serve that mobile customer. And you need to make sure that you are doing the same. So there you have it in a nutshell. We covered what's happening in the world of content marketing. Now, our next section, we're going to dig right in to the content marketing editorial calendar that you're going to go download at socialzoomfactor.com/calendar. But before we do that, I want you to hear a few words from our sponsors because they are what keeps this podcast zooming. I'll be right back. Overwhelmed with constant changing social networks and technology? Unsure where to focus and how to build your personal or business brand? Tired of wasting money on Facebook ads and social media training that overpromises and underdelivers? Introducing Social Profit Factor, our social media online training academy and community. A proven system with a step-by-step blueprint to help you set goals, increase brand awareness, leads, and sales. From Social Media 101 to advanced strategies and tactics for all of the top social networks, including Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, live video, and more. Zoom past your competition with influencer marketing and an audience-first marketing approach. Sign up today and develop your plan within 30 to 60 days. A plan that prioritizes the strategies and tactics for the highest ROI for your business. It's time you learn from the experts who walk the walk, not just talk the talk. Visit socialprofitfactor.com, coupon code Zoom. Again, socialprofitfactor.com, coupon code Zoom. Do you have a big dream to launch your business online, but stuck with how to get started? The social and digital web today can be overwhelming, even to the most seasoned business and marketing leaders. Well, regardless of your experience, have no fear. Our partner HostGator can help you not only secure your business domain, help you set up hosting, but they can also help you get started with your first website, e-commerce site, blog, SEO services, and more. Their cloud and other services scale with you as your business grows, from shared VPS to dedicated servers. We host all of our sites on HostGator, and I love that their support is available 24/7, 365 days of the year via chat, phone, and email. Get started today and save 50% by visiting socialzoomfactor.com/Zoom. Again, that is socialzoomfactor.com/Zoom for an immediate 50% savings now. I'm back. All right, let's go ahead and dig right in. And I want to give you some highlights of how you can best utilize this content marketing editorial calendar to align and organize your content to your audience, to your business goals, to really drive higher ROI and a higher success. Whatever it is you're looking for, more brand awareness, more leads, more sales. Make sure you go check out our socialprofitfactor.com training academy. We have a content marketing course in there and all kinds of courses that will help you in organizing your business and getting ready to really zoom results with social, with digital, with branding in 2018. Okay, so if you are listening to this podcast and you get overwhelmed, you need to go check that out because we can help you quickly. Now, let's take a look at this spreadsheet. When you open it up, you're going to see there is December 2017, right? So that is included because we launched this in the month of December. So that's why that's there. You can go ahead and put in maybe your theme that you had for December if you want to remember that a year from now. These calendars also work great as an archive. So when you are starting to measure success of your content and you then want to look back and you're like, boy, we had a spike here in this month, or last year at this time, we did really good. These content calendars are really handy to have around because you can go back to them and see, okay, what were we doing, right? What was our theme? What was our objective? What audience were we targeting? And yes, we can go into the Facebook insights and, the different social tools like Sprout Social and Simply Measured that help us measure these things, but we have to go dig into it. And when you come back to your content calendar, it's organized, right? And you can see your own thoughts from 6 months ago or a year ago. So I encourage you to, document this and fill out the different fields in here. And even if you think that you don't, you really should to help keep yourself organized. They're all here for a reason. So we'll start, let's go ahead and we'll look at January 1st. January 2018. And, I don't need to walk you through each one of the months. They're all the same. They just have different dates based on the month. Now, at the top left, you're going to see there's a monthly theme. And so that's where I want you, to write in and write in what is your theme for content for that month. What are you focusing on? Okay. How are you going to pull together all of your content? So is it going to be about measurement? Is it going to be about a certain problem that your customers have? Is it going to be about a new regulation? If you work in a regulated industry like healthcare, there may be a new HIPAA regulation that's rolled out, that maybe that's what your content's going to be all about that month. And then we move over to the next column, and we got social conversation theme. So when it comes to organizing this content, we have the monthly theme, and then we have other themes as you go through each day and each week. So you can write down the social conversation theme for the week. You just put it in the appropriate row, as well as per the day. So if you're having different themes, and a post is tied to a specific theme, that's where you feel free to write that in there, so you can start to keep track of that stuff. Then we have the social post, or the blog title. So in that field, you can write out, what is the actual social post going to be? If it's a blog post, what is the title of that blog post going to be? Then we have link, right? So that's going to be if we're linking to a specific article, maybe it's a social media post, and we're linking to a web page or a blog page, whatever that may be. It may be a shortened URL. So that's a place you can store that link. Then we have the channel. So that means, where are we posting it? Are we posting it on Facebook? Is this getting posted on the blog? Then we have image location. So if you're including images, whether that be on a blog, whether that be on a Facebook or an Instagram post, Twitter, we really should be using images as much as we can in our posts. That's where you can put the location for where you have that post, so that we can pull it from. Because a lot of times teams have multiple people who are working and driving their content program. And so collaboration and coordination is absolutely key. The last thing you want is somebody who is let's say they're entering all of your social media posts into a social management program like Sprout Social, or maybe however they're uploading those. You don't want them to be looking all over for the image. You want to organize everything into a content calendar to make sure that the content is the most accurate, and that it is as efficient as possible to find that information. Then we have call to action. So what is the call to action? Are we wanting people to subscribe? Are we wanting them to opt into an email? Maybe subscribe to a Facebook Messenger? Maybe download something? What is that call to action? Watch a video, it could be a million things. Then we have target primary audience. Okay. So who's the primary? Then we have secondary audience, and then we have tertiary. So who are you targeting with the content? Then we have author. Okay. So who are we publishing as the author? If this is a blog post, for example, who do we want to put as the author? And particularly in organizations that are medium-sized to large, this is really important. You want to know, who are we saying wrote this article? Particularly if it's an article that was ghostwritten for somebody, maybe an executive. You want to make sure you have the approval to put that executive's name on there, right? Because we want to be humanizing our brand. We don't want it just to be all generic posts and it doesn't look like it's coming from anybody. Then we have editor. So if there's somebody that is assigned to be editing the piece, let's put their name in there. Then we have purchase cycle. So where are they in the relationship with your brand? So are they in awareness, where they're just now learning about it? Are you targeting people that may not know you exist? Are you targeting people who are considering purchasing? Maybe they have a preference to purchase from you, but they haven't yet. Have they purchased? Or are you driving loyalty? So that's really important. You want to be thinking about that customer or buyer's journey. Then we have draft due. So when is the draft due? All right. Then because we have the date over here on the left side. So we have already the date we are saying we're going to publish it. But, let's start to keep track of when do we need to have that final draft, and particularly if you're working with a team. Minimum of 2 to 3 keywords. All right. Then we have categories. So that would be for your blog post categories. Then we have supporting media. So this could be a supporting video, a supporting podcast. Particularly for like blog posts, a lot of times we may be embedding a video, or we may be embedding a podcast. Same goes for some of those social media type of posts. Then we talk about syndication. So do you plan to have this content syndicated somewhere else? Maybe it is a guest post that's going to be published on another platform. So this is where you would enter that there. Then we have, is it a possible white paper or maybe a possible slide share? This is where I want you to know if it is going to, you're already saying, yes, this is a good pinnacle piece. I'm definitely going to want to include it in a more broader type of content that I'm going to be creating, because this is a great way to flag content as you know you're creating quality content. Maybe you're planning to do a white paper or a longer type of piece at a later time. This will really help you keep track of that, so you'll know where you can pull from, and then you can search, you'll be able to search by like audience or theme and look at the things that you've said yes to that this could be included in future content. Then we have includes client testimonial, last but not least. So does it include a client testimonial or graphic about that? So that's a simple yes or no. So there you have it. And I know it kind of seems like a lot of information, but the truth is it's really not. If you're organizing your content as you should be, and if you are wanting to up-level your success, you are going to have to start focusing on things like this and taking the time to do a content calendar, taking the time to organize and to create themes and make sure you're putting thought into the time and the pulse and the way that you are rolling out content and making it available to your audience. So there you have it in a nutshell. I hope that this podcast has helped you today. I encourage you to come check out my blog is loaded with resources. This podcast is loaded with other episodes that dig into every facet of content marketing and social media and digital marketing and branding. And of course, we would love to see you inside of our Social Profit Factor Training Academy and community. Simply head on over to socialprofitfactor.com and use the coupon code Zoom for some immediate savings. I know that we can help you take your business to the next level. I know your time is so valuable, and I am very honored that you took 30 minutes out of your day to spend it with me here at Social Zoom Factor. I wish you the greatest of success in the year to come. That's a wrap.
If you're ready to Zoom your business and Zoom your life, then don't let the end of this episode be the end of your journey. Visit socialzoomfactor.com/Zoom for incredible free resources and guides. And be sure to join the Social Zoom Factor mailing list so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time on Social Zoom Factor.